Now, the act of travesting something, part of a structure that extends or
that's why they call them transvestites.
Fuck it.
This my. Oh, you not do it. Come on. Cause I ain't no holler back girl. I ain't no holler back girl. Few times I've been around that track, so it's not just gonna happen like that. Cause I ain't no holler back girl. I ain't no holler back girl. Few times I've been around that track, so it's not just gonna happen like that. Cause I'm not no holler back girl.
Basically, a hoe that's not trying to be a hoe. That's pretty.
Not even. No. Don't even just limit it to that. No, saying like she didn't been around the messed up situation. She knows the game. I'm not someone that you can just make into a hoe because I'm not one.
Also,
that's what she's saying.
Also, she's already been a hoe, but she's allegedly trying to walk a new train.
Don't do that to my girl.
And now she's trying to claim herself to be not a hoe anymore. So she's gonna treat you because you're a simp, whoever she's probably talking to, and she's gonna give him the 90-day rule, or she want to wait till marriage, and then she finds somebody else that's cooler and more presentable than that dude is, and then she leaves that guy for said person. And she's still a hoe at the end of the day. Once a hoe, always a hoe. They don't change it, it's rearranged.
That's not what I was trying to do. Oh my God.
But that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. The universe told you that's what you were supposed to do.
So yeah, we switched it up a little bit. I know last video I looked like a slug, so it's okay.
I started wearing black. It's okay. Black is better on me.
Now I just look like the Pillsbury Doughboy. It's okay.
I mean, what's a slug when you have caterpillars around?
Pillsbury Doughboy.
The door is that way.
You can hit the blue button.
Yeah. Is that even blue?
I think the crickets.
Turquoise, whatever. Cyan, whatever.
Why you play that? When would you play that?
I guess
it's the very bottom one, right?
Which one? The sparkles or the crickets?
Nah, next to it. Crickets is to the left, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so.
I mean, like Beyonce says to the left, yeah.
To the left, to the left.
Crickets.
Everything you own in the box to the left.
Everything he owns, nigga, in one box?
That's a little box.
She probably own half of that shit anyway, allegedly. Just on who she was talking about. But that's that nigga's fault. That nigga need to get his money up.
I mean, hey.
He said I could get another you in a minute.
Yeah, that's why she's
I can get another you in a
people
moment.
who listen to that song still single.
He'll be here in a moment.
That's crazy. She really said, matter of fact, he'll be here in a minute, baby. Yeah. I'm like.
And that song is a lot of reason why most of these chicks are single.
You must not know about me. You must not know about me.
He gonna get here in 1 minute.
I'm like, yo, that's literally like Kanye and my man right now. Like that's.
Who's your man?
Monet from the show.
I did not say Monet. That's
yes, you did. I
said my man.
Oh, well, I thought you said Monet. Speaking of Monet, I wonder how season 3 is gonna go.
Oh, segue. I don't know, man. I don't watch Black Power. I don't watch Power.
I know. You don't need to. I'm gonna be honest. You don't need to. It ain't all that. It's straight. It's kind of bad at the same time.
It's not.
Speaking of which, episode 2 was
Of what, season 2?
Force.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen it? Okay.
Yeah, I chose not to watch it today. Today was more just focusing on music.
Okay, yeah, well, it was
Yeah, today was my music day, not my show work.
If you notice 50 Cent shows, they're all about this drug shit.
Not all of them. Nah, well, I mean, take it like this. You grow up around certain stuff, you know, like, there's so many things to tell about it that's still untold.
Still, though. It's so much more we can
It's for the audience. It's for his favorite audience.
True. It's so much more that can be done, though.
Exactly. Come on, we take it like this. When they first did, you know, the original series, just the original Power with Amari Hardwick and Why did I forget Tommy's real name? And I know his real name. Anyway.
Joseph
Sikora, right. When they did the original with those guys, was it known immediately to us that they were going to create a power universe? Not initially, but once I think personally, once I got to like season 2, no, not 2, season 3, I was like, matter of fact, whenever, I think, when did Kanan get back in the picture? Season 2, right?
Oh, they got Nick Cannon in there?
No. I said Kanan.
Started off on season 2, yeah.
That's when he got back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I knew when he got back, when they introduced him or whatever.
Well, hold, it might have been season 1.
No, I knew. No, they were talking to him season 1.
Oh, all right.
But I think he came back season 2.
Because who died at season 1 that was important at the end?
There was a couple people. Ghost killed him. It was his young dude or whatever. Because 50 said that Kanan said that he was stealing from Ghost or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And Ghost went to go make him miss Christmas.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But and 50 was laughing about that. And yeah, so season 2 he came back. Yeah, so when they brought 50 like heavy into the picture, or whatever, I was like, oh, this can get even. This can be a couple seasons long. But when he kidnapped Tariq, I'm like, oh yeah, he getting his own show, done deal. That's gonna create a ripple effect. And what happened? I'm pretty sure they were thinking about it long before, or had some kind of idea about how they were gonna end that portion, that first book or whatever. So I like it because they've done the same thing with a lot of these shows. Like from The Godfather, Sopranos to Sons of Anarchy, now the Mayans MC. Like some people call it the Sutterverse. Like I get it, the Power Universe. Just wait till I see the Traverse out there. The Traverse.
You need to make a new little name for that, man. Figure something out.
Traverse.
Watch this though. Look up Traverse. What does that mean? It's an actual word. Tell me what it means. I'm about to bust my ties.
Doesn't it mean to travel or get across?
Oh, I want him to read the exact definition.
Shit. Also, but why you doing that? Power, man. Every time I see it on it look corny to me. Like it just looks so corny. Oh yeah, you selling drugs, nigga, get off the streets. And it just seems so corny, man.
Look, like I said, it's not. Everything is not for everybody. Like some people.
I'm just telling you to say what it is. How would you rate it?
Personally, from what I like in my style taste, it's enjoyable to me. Like, I like when shows like, it shows me how good I am as a creator and a writer myself. When I see things play out the way I said it was going to play out, because I'm like, okay, I know.
So you guess the storyline.
No. It's not a matter of guessing the storyline. It's that
shoot him.
No, it's that well additive of like creativity, diversity, and just what makes more sense. Okay, father is in the limelight. Father destroys family, corrupts family. Son's corrupted because he feels like he didn't have his family, the one person that was supposed to be there. And what happens, when, kids are, they are struggling with certain things. They rebel, they go against. And he went over his old man several times. And then he took the power from under his old man. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, and that's a very creative storyline to where now you have many different things. Do you kill him off by someone else? Does his uncle kill him off? Does he go out the same way his father did? Does he get a kid? Does he have a kid and try to get that kid out of his life? So he doesn't end up like himself or his dad. You know what I mean? There's plenty of things to get into it. You can't limit a show just off first glance.
I don't like how true. You can't. But it just seemed too dramatic. Like,
oh, you know what? I feel like it's too dramatic. You know what? I can agree.
Bro,
you know,
go to school, bro.
That's how I feel
class.
about
all y'all little niggas go to class.
That's how I feel about some of Tyler Perry's like his shows.
Man,
that's how I feel about some of his shows. I'm a big fan of his work. Don't get me wrong, I followed his career since he was doing stuff on stage and no one showed up to his shows. He still had his crew perform. I've been following him since those days, since he was quotably like living out of his car or whatever. Like, big fan of his work, and I would love to audition for some stuff just to get my face out there, to say that I got to do it. But there are some shows that, because I don't, understand, and because I don't associate my lifestyle with some of the stuff they talk about, it's not for me. You know what I mean? Not that it couldn't be. Like, I like shows like Peaky Blinders. That's a great show.
Side note, traverse means travel across or through. Verb, noun, the act of traversing something. Part of a structure that extends or
that's why they call them transvestites.
All right, I'm gonna just go back to that. You said transcending and
invested something.
I'm gonna let that go because you're not about to destroy my mindset on that one. You said, say that first part one more time.
Hold on, I'm gonna go to the adjective one. Allowing the curtain to be open and closed by sliding it along the rod. Travel across or through.
Okay, now.
I don't like
the universe.
That verb, though.
The universe, traveling across and traveling through, showing you timeless paradoxes, and just timeless stories that you can tell through this universe. So the traverse.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? That's why I said it works for me. Patent pending. I've already been working on that, so I dare y'all to try it.
Patent pending.
That nigga said that's
copyrighted.
Yes, bro. You look. I ain't gonna say nothing that I haven't been working on. But you know what I mean? He tried to play my traverse. But welcome back, y'all, to the 2.5 LLCs podcast. We have Zoe, we have Dre, we have myself.
Oh, can I have
Good to be back.
Yeah, that's for you, dude.
That's for you,
Oh,
G.
yeah. This one or all of them?
I put the one right there.
Oh, this
bro,
one?
yes.
Oh, my phone.
Bro. I'm gonna get it right.
Well, we're going back to Tyler Perry real quick, man. Pretty much, he makes the same storylines over and over, bro. And it's
he got some good actors, and I feel like there are some trash actors.
I'll give him this one joint he did on The Family That Prays. I'll give him that one.
Oh man,
I'll give him
that. Man, yo, he did his thing on that one.
I'll give him that one.
That's something my mama loved.
That's probably the only good movie he might have ever made.
Isn't that what Sanaa Lathan You disrespectful. Isn't that what he did with Sanaa Lathan and Taraji? And, bro, you gonna sleep with my wife? This man was ready to throw her off. Like, that's crazy.
Man.
Hold on. My son, what's his last name? Oh, yeah. My son is Cartwright. I would have You kidding me? I don't support domestic violence, but I would have
that's crazy, bro.
I was charged it up.
Yo, listen, me, my mother, and my sister, we always joke on Sanaa Lathan, right? Because she does this same, like, shut up in so many of her films. Shut up! Shut up! And to this day, like, yo, anytime I think of that movie, that's one of the first things that pops in my mind.
Got that white girl shut up.
Shut up! I'm like, girl, if you don't go somewhere.
Oh, man.
Yo, you do it exactly the same.
Bro, like, there's certain things that, like, from certain old movies or whatever that just stay with you. Like with any old song or whatever. Like, for me, if I say Tay Diggs, right? Really popular throughout the 90s, of course, right?
I think about him falling on that. When he tried to put his foot on.
Oh my God, on the chair.
The charity in his head. That and All American. That was the first thing nowadays. That was the first thing I think of.
Like for me, if I think about the old him, like his older stuff, I think of what was the movie he did with Sanaa? Brown Sugar, right? Yeah, Brown Sugar. And he brought Sanaa with her to this restaurant or whatever. And so his wife and her date on a date or whatever, Richard Lawson. He introduced himself. He said, "What's your name, brother?" He said, "Richard Lawson." He's like, "Richard Lawson." And like, it's so funny because me and Tiffany, like to this day, and we're like, you know what? We need to celebrate. Want to know why? Know what we're celebrating? Ding, ding, ding. My divorce. Like, I don't know why. Like little things like that. It's so, they're just funny to me. Like if I watch The Wood,
funny.
Every time I think about The Wood, I think when they do the breath test or whatever, like that is just funny to me.
I always think about when dudes crying in the car when they get pulled over by the
cop. My God. We're not going to talk about that. Have you guys ever... All right, I'm very curious. Have you guys ever lived through something like that?
When somebody crying in the whip? Nah.
Okay. Just around you. Just crying in general around you. Like when they like... It's like, why are you crying?
Oh, man. Nah, man. Nah.
Yeah, I got to be around some mixed people. That's a funny time. I'm just saying. What about you?
Have I ever been around? I haven't seen The Wood. So.
All right. So basically, to shorten up the scene, these 3 high school boys, they go to get breast mints from the store. Mm-hmm. They run into Big Mike, one of the Big Mike. Not run into Big Mike. Big Stacey. Mike is one of the characters. They run into Stacy. Stacy is Big Mike's crush's big brother. Like, he likes her sister.
My name's Mike from North Carolina.
My name is Mike from North Carolina. That's how I assumed all of you talked when I first came out here. Anyway, yeah. So Mike was like, Stacy, and like, you know, he said his name and he's doing a robbery. He's like, you going to the dance, man? Anyway, from that, Tracy and his homie who's robbing the store take the boys and drive them back to the school. Mm-hmm. They get arrested. No, they get pulled over. They almost get arrested. And what you call it? The friend who was acting all tough, like, you know, pointing the gun at everybody in the store, like he was robbing, like, because they were robbing the place. He was, I don't want to go to jail. He said, if you don't shut your... And then when the cops left, bro, he was like, get in the car. He's like, oh, don't even think about it. I want little man get in the car. Man, I'm getting in the front seat. I don't care what you said. Like, these kids show more heart than you. Like, you either gonna get a beat down or get broke. Pick one. I'm like, he got his behind in the car. Every time he tried to get in the front seat again, he said, don't even think about getting your crybaby behind. Your crybaby behind out.
Yeah, man.
Like, bro, can you imagine that respect level, bro?
Oh yeah,
like, you're done. Sure. It's over. You're done.
Goes way down, man.
Oh, man.
Well, back to the family that prays, though. That's the perfect representation of men and women in power. One of the perfect representations of especially in the work environment specifically, and then how it carries over to a home.
And just the whole toxicity of it all, of how this man Cartwright, William Cartwright, he literally went to his mistress, because he was married. He went to this woman's husband and said, your wife is doing a great job. I'm like, yo, in Tyler Perry's character, like, that's who you remind me of. Like, his character in that film, that's who you remind me of. Not that you look like him, because you actually look, you do right now. But, like, the hair and the beard, you do, bro. I'm just saying. But like his overall character of how he is to his homie and that, and like in the scene, like, yo, wake up, bro. Like, don't let her come at me. Like, wake up, get your girl, cause she out there. I promise I wasn't gonna act like that. I'm sorry.
I don't be doing all that extra stuff, but I understand your point.
No. You do it. You do it with a very monotone and deep voice. I'm telling you, man, you don't want to do that. She belongs to the streets. You better get her before she come to me. I'm just saying, I'll be the beat her up.
Oh, snap. No, I don't hit women. No, we're not.
Nah. When I say beat up, I mean I'll beat up. Stop. Yeah, I know about that. But yeah, that movie does do a good job of representation.
Yeah, man, and it shows why men cannot make less money than women, or they'll stop losing respect for you. Hey, he wasn't a provider. Look what happened to him.
But he was a workaholic.
Yeah, but he didn't make enough to support over his wife.
He was a workaholic. I mean, I don't get me wrong. You always got to do what you can to support your family. But she was stepping out.
Yeah,
she was stepping out. Because look,
even
if he was doing his thing like he was doing it, still making an effort, she gave up, not him. She gave up because she went to go.
But this is the crazy thing, bro. If you if the woman makes all the money, it's just gonna be weird. It's not like I'm not sexist or anything like that. But this is some of the things that's gonna happen. She's gonna be like, "Oh, I bought my husband a ring," or like, "Oh, I just bought my husband a," like, you know what I'm saying? There's gonna a lot of conversations gonna go like that, and it's gonna look weird.
I feel like the only time conversations will happen like that is when it's from the outside looking in. That's when I feel like those conversations will happen.
As soon as that happens, the woman that is saying like that I did all the buying, she's gonna feel like weird because all her friends are saying my husband's doing all the buying. So
I wouldn't make her feel
a little left out. I'm not left out. She's gonna feel a little isolated.
No, I mean,
I just said the other word for left out.
I know what you mean. But like,
she's gonna feel different. I'll just put it like that.
I mean, because look, this is what I say. You know, some women want to have that sense of power. Cool, you have power. You make more money than I do. Cool. You know what I mean? Like, I'm proud of you. You're bringing home the bacon. All right. You know what's left for me to do? Still work and bring home what I can, and then some. Be what I can. Be the best man I can be for you. That's why you get into the marriage. Anyway, to be the best parts of each other for each other.
Is that the reason people get married?
That's is one for me. You make each other better. Period.
So my wife just gave me my monthly allowance.
Hearing stuff like that, bro. Here's how I feel about that. The only time I would say
if I could borrow.
The only time I would say that's okay is if you really don't know how to manage your money. Like if my wife,
that's not okay.
No. If you, so I'm saying you do things as a team, right? But if you're always reckless with your money before you get into the marriage, and she loves you, she trusts you, but like I said, you guys are trying to help each other. You know what I mean? She's too picky, you're quick to spend, or vice versa. You help her try to just simplify things. She helps you try to save for things. You know what I mean? Because there's always something to help each other with.
Hey, if a woman actually cares about helping somebody save money, that's great.
I personally don't care. If my shorty makes more money than me, she makes more money than me. I don't care. I'll be proud of her at the end of the day anyway. If anything, that should just make you want to just keep going, not because you have to or because of what someone else feels from the outside looking in, but just because she makes you want to do better, or vice versa. Or let's say she's
I think
making
in theory
more.
it always sounds nice, but
it sounds
nice. It's gonna be weird for not only. It's gonna be weird over time for her, just because of she's having to shoulder a lot of the financial burden. Now, if she makes like $10 more than you, or like $1,000 more than you, this doesn't apply. But if like she's literally taking care of you.
Okay, take it like this. Watch this.
That's a no-go.
You're a teacher. Let's say you're a high school teacher.
Unless like you said, some you just got financially ruined by like your business, and your wife is just trying to help. She just makes more than you help. That's beautiful.
Let's say you're a teacher, right? Let's say your wife is. She works with the people that pick the trash up. She's a garbage man.
Say Dennis.
I was about to say janitor.
Let's say
2 different jobs, 2 different pay rates too.
That's what I'm saying. Let's say you're the teacher, right? And she's a dentist. Okay, which one makes more money?
Dentist. No. Well. Are you professor? No, but I'm missing the point. Yes. Dentist.
Okay.
Let's go ahead.
So it's like you both have careers. Her career just happens to offer more. It's not that you couldn't try to be a professor somewhere at the top school. You know what I mean? It's just that, there's different levels of, funding for certain stuff.
You know what? That's okay. It's okay. But I guess I feel like if that happens, if there's ever that situation, it's either the guy is trying to get taken care of, or it's like the situation where, this woman makes a lot of money, I'm just gonna go be a teacher. I don't know.
It's not just be a teacher. Because if you have that, I feel like if you have that mindset of something being just, or like, I'm just a teacher compared to her. She's saving lives. She's a doctor.
She's
okay,
she's a dentist. She's saving lives.
No, I said like she's a doctor. Like, let's say she's a surgeon. She's saving lives. Okay, one heart at a time.
1 tooth at a
You're
time.
touching hearts. You're changing hearts. You know, like there's certain teachers that really go above and beyond for their students. That's not just anything. I'm pretty sure everyone in this room has had one teacher, whether it be in school or out, a coach even, that changed your life in some way. That gave you some kind of knowledge to take with you.
That's a different conversation, though.
No. I'm saying the same way that's not just anything. They weren't just a teacher. They weren't just that.
Right.
They were a role model. So if you go into stuff having that just mindset, like, I do this, I'm just doing this, and she's making a hell of a lot more because she. Well,
you're shifting the goalposts a little bit because now you're turning into confidence over jobs. Now, we're not even saying the confidence thing. It's just the point of whoever's making the most money is going to be the most respected and looked at as the leader, at least as a port of support and finances.
Mm-hmm. That still comes from the outside looking in. Like in your own marriage, who's paying, who's making the most money. Okay, but it's still a collaborative effort because in the relationship, your money is my money. My money is your money. It's ours.
Roles get switched, and who's making what?
Like that's what I'm saying. That goes on the person and how your mindset is. Like me, if my shorty wished that I made more money than her, all right, I see where she stands on that. A man has to make more money than her. Okay, I have plenty of things that I can do that she can't. For example, like I said, I love languages. If I wanted to, I could be paid as an interpreter. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Get certified, stuff like that. Not that she can't do it.
But what's looked as more valuable in a relationship? Your language knowledge or who's making the most money to support?
It all depends on, how you're going about making that money. Because she could be making money from doing what Shorty did from the family that prays. You know what I mean? She could have been getting extra on the side from being that extra on the side.
True.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, where's the money coming from?
You know what? This is what I'm going to say. I don't think it matters who makes the most money, but over a period of time, like you said, outside looking in, and on the outside looking, people are going to judge. When people get judged, things are going to happen because of that, but that's another conversation.
Yeah, your confidence, screws up because you get judged, you start questioning things.
Well, what I'm saying is, it's okay if the woman makes more money. Just don't be the motherfucker. This like leech. Don't be a leech as a man. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's only my point.
Okay, you said as a man,
go out there and get some money, or go out there and just put as much as she's putting in. You put in the exact same amount. That's pretty much all. I'm talking. Now
flip the switch on that. Change the sexes. You make more money than her. Why do
all
we
is right with the world site now? But
why do we have to? It's called equal treatment for a reason.
It's called roles.
Right.
Nah, that's something that if we talk about roles, then back in those medieval times or whatnot, let's take it back 400 years even. All right, women were to clean, and take care of the kids, stay home to cook, have the meals fresh for their family. Hold on. But do we see a lot of that now? Do we hear a lot about that now?
Is that a good or a bad thing?
I think
but that's what I'm saying. It's growth, it's evolution. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to use that word. I dislike and disapprove of some people saying of just putting that out there. Like, yeah, I want to be a provider. You should want to be a provider for wanting to be, you should just want that out of your heart to do for this person. To want out of your heart to be able to be the best person you can be for them, be the best father, be able to take care of them because you want to. You know what I mean? Because it's right to you, not because someone else says that you have to do this.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because if the moment someone else tells you who you're supposed to be,
who are you talking about as someone else's then?
Anybody. Like if you keep telling me that, if you keep telling me that, yo, that's not what a real man does. That's not what a man does for his kid. And I'm pouring my life into my kid, making sure that, they have an opportunity, but you just don't get it because you wouldn't go about it the same way I would.
Am I telling you or
you don't have a kid?
That's my opinion.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes, your opinion is your own, but keep it to yourself because you don't know what that person is going through to try to help that person, help their person in the relationship. That's why it gets hard.
That's a valid point. We need to categorize this better to the people we're talking, really trying to get at. But it does. Okay, so what you say is always sounds good, like in theory.
In theory, unfortunately, yeah.
But the world doesn't work that way.
Yeah, exactly.
People are understanding.
The world, the wheels of the world will keep spinning. Okay, matter of fact, I'll break it down to this simple science. I killed Dre, right?
Why
is
just dang it? Breathe. Just let me get through the scenario.
I'm glad. Hey, he had a Dre delay.
I had a Dre delay.
I'm just glad it was not me in that example. The one time it wasn't me.
Just listen. Okay, someone unfortunately takes Dre's life. Okay?
So we're gonna frame it like this: someone ends up getting killed.
Just let me get my point out. This is a very important point I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Someone gets killed. Person A kills person B. Right? Whatever. Simple. Right? Now it's up to the cops. It's up to the law enforcement. It's up to this person to try to see who did it. Figure out why, make sure they go away. Now, outside looking in, let's say the person that killed him killed person A. It was because of self-defense. You know what I mean? They assume that because it's a lack of evidence to state that it was self-defense. I mean, until they find out that how it happened, and some footage became available, or a witness came to testify, whatever. It all is seen as one thing, right?
But that's you have to handle the situations that way because you don't know.
Hold on. Perfect. You just said you don't know. You have to handle the situation a certain way because you don't know. That I get. That's something that's actually stated, that's guaranteed. You have to do the job that's there, right?
Right.
If that's your profession to do so, right? Now, if it's not your profession to do so, you're going to tell someone else how to do their job and hinder them from making waves to try to break the case open and get the truth out about the situation? You know what I mean? You on someone else's dime. You telling someone else something else about something they know, something they spent time and effort and blood and sweat and tears in to figure out, to form and take hold of. You're questioning them on their stuff. You're creating more doubt in their mind when they know what they have. That's why I'm like, you have to, stay in your lane. It's okay to give advice. It's okay to voice your opinion. But, it goes on that saying of, watch how you say it. It's not how you say it. It's not what you say, but how you say it sometimes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because, like I said, if person A killed person B, person C has to clean it up. Or person C has to make sure that this is actually what happened. Or come to find out that person B, he was just a witness. He found person A. Person A killed himself. Now, I could be someone who's just vengeful because person A is someone I loved and cared about. No, he did that. There was blood on his hands or whatever. His prints are on the gun. I'm speaking from the outside in because I'm using my heart. Like, I care too much. I care about the person so much. I don't care to see the facts, the actual facts.
Yeah, but I think this is so.
You care too much about the person, that you love, and people are telling you they're cheating or whatever.
But let's bring. They're
just working overtime. They're literally just working overtime. They're trying to make sure you're happy, but you're listening to everyone else because they're assuming stuff they don't know anything about. That's where I'm saying it becomes dangerous. Like, have your opinions. Keep them to yourself for the most part.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
No one's going to go to jail over not making more money than a woman. So you have to bring it down a notch.
All right, I'll take it down a notch. Let's. All right.
You get me? So you're going to take more things that are that serious. You're going to take them way more serious than if it was like, say, a pen got stolen. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So dumb it all the way down, right? To make sure it goes with that. All right. All right. Shorty makes more money than you, right? Your girlfriend, let's say she inherits a company. Boom. Because her dad passes away.
Okay, right? now I see where you got your point. Now you're like, ain't nobody making more money than her.
No one's making more money than her. But because, and you're still doing your thing, right? She wants you to keep doing your thing. She wants you to graduate so you can have an empire with her, so you can use everything you have
in theory.
To meet your potential.
Those are theories now.
No, those aren't theories. Those aren't theories. We
don't know if that's
because there are some people out there who their partner makes more. Not because like something was just given to them.
No, I get that.
You know what I mean?
Get that, but we don't
from the
know.
outside looking in,
we don't know if it's going to work. Like in the long run, it's going to work out what she plans to do with it. You know
if she's been making more than you because she inherited a company, and you're just trying to do your thing because you're working for it. Keep in mind, she inherited that. She didn't build that herself.
Are they dating or married?
Let's say they're getting married. Okay. Even if they're dating. Even if you're married, that doesn't matter because she was in something.
I'll tell you why dating. It might matter in the dating stage. I'm going to tell you why. Because now she's in a different tax bracket, which means she's going to be around different levels of people and different entities. Now,
she's going to be that way when she get married anyway.
True. But hold on. Let's say they do have a strong bond before that happens. Now, days get longer. Time gets spent less with each other. More has to be focused on work to keep the empire running. So things might get a little strained, or things might have to be adjusted during that time period, which could insert the little nugget of, hey, they might end up splitting up because of the fact of the money. It's not just about the money. It's just a symbol of what else comes with making and having that much money. The time that goes into what the person is doing, the stuff that has to be provided for, the lifestyle change. Because if you make it that much, you're not going to live in the same situation before. If a situation like that happens, speaking on that, it's not going to be the same. And now, all of a sudden, you are looking at her like, all right, I'm doing my thing. She's doing her thing. But now, where do we stand? It comes to that point.
All right, watch this. Let's say she's the vice president of a company, right? And let's say she's easily taking home $400,000 a year.
Ooh-wee.
Not impossible. Let's say she becomes president.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm gonna let you finish your point, but there's a lot of women who start businesses. Men, you know what I'm saying? I don't know the percentages, but I see a lot more women these days starting businesses, you know, than I see men starting businesses. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I don't know. I think the change is going to be noticeable, and we're going to see why some people, like, if you want the power in your house, you're going to want to make more money. It just is what it is. It just, you know, it just is what it is.
It's about drive. It's about power. You stay hungry, you devour.
You have to be able to call the shots to have power in your home. And if you're the man without power in your home, then it's like, now women are going to argue to say, do we need this nigga?
They're going to say that anyway. They always ask that before. They always ask that and always say that before they start dating.
They can say it when they're broke, but then it was like, okay, wait, hold up. As time goes by, it's like, hold up, I need to make more money. But then the girl she's the CEO, she's like, I don't need this nigga. She might be right.
Okay, she at that point, it's like, okay.
Time goes by and she's like, oh, I need some dick. I mean, I already got.
Or she wants to settle down and have a family. You could try to find someone who's on the same compatible, on the same stream as you. They're a stockbroker. They're banking in X amount of money this year or whatever. You're a CEO. He's a broker. Two different, spectrums. Mm-hmm. Similar, seatings at the table, but are you at the head, are you at the side, or are you at the feet? I mean, like where are you at? It all depends. Because some people look at certain jobs differently. Back to her being the CEO. She brings in $400,000 a year, right? Ooh, now, let's say you're an MMA fighter, right? Mm-hmm. Now, fights can definitely range price wise. All it takes
now we're getting to the point where she makes $1 more than you.
No. Watch. Let's say it's someone like, who do I want to use? Let's say Anderson Silva in his prime, or Conor McGregor, or Floyd Mayweather. Let's say any of those, top tier athletes, right? $50,000 a fight. Let's say they have 6 fights a year. That's $300,000. But because, people look like, oh, he's a fighter, they see him beat up, like, until they start seeing your face everywhere.
We're talking about millionaires at that point, though. I'm
saying if she's a CEO making $400,000 a year, not saying this is Apple, not saying this is like Samsung. Let's just say this is some regular company, some health insurance company. She's bringing $400,000 a year. He's bringing $300,000 a year. But he's bringing home bacon from fights that he only has to do 6 times a year.
That's so different because they're both making money.
Because I'm gonna tell you why.
But it takes time to get to that kind of status as a fighter.
But hold on.
If she inherited, she didn't take that time to get it because she didn't build the company.
They're already rich.
She's already there.
At that point, we're not even sure.
He worked for it. There's a difference.
Different dating. The dating pool opens up even more, and I'm gonna tell you why.
She could fall in love with a stripper. Don't matter.
You remember the Access thing I was talking about earlier?
Yeah.
As an popular MMA fighter, so you said Anderson Silva. Mm-hmm. He pretty much is in the point of fame or whatever that he can mess with anybody he wants after that point. Mm-hmm. And anybody he wants is able to vice versa. So at that point, marriage doesn't even matter.
And he could still be getting paid as a coach.
Don't matter, because you know why? He, for the most of the time, every day is getting messages, emails, whatevers from women all around.
Pages.
Saying they want to do whatever. And at that point, I'm with it. And then the wife at home or whatever, that she could probably do the same thing on her other side, but she's not as famous because she's just CEO of the company. But she's making the bread. However, he has the more notoriety. So at that point, it might become a power struggle between the two.
But that's what I'm saying.
I think that's what it comes down to.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if she's up there in spectrum, if she tries to date someone else in that same spectrum, that can be very flammable. Because it's like, like, I do this, I do that. Who cares? You both have egos at that time now.
Perfect example. Think like a man. Perfect example of that situation.
That film there.
Perfect example of that situation.
Yeah, we getting some movies out here. Nice.
I don't like Kevin Hart movies, but go ahead.
That's not a Kevin Hart.
That's not even a Kevin Hart movie. He's in it.
In it.
Oh, I thought that was Kevin Hart.
That's a Steve Harvey film because he wrote the book.
Oh, Steve Harvey. Okay. I like Steve Harvey. I don't know if I like that movie though.
Have you read the book?
No, I don't.
Mm-hmm. That was a weird thing.
It was.
Think like a man. Like, what are you trying to do, my guy? Like, what are you doing?
Nah, because he was giving away trade secrets. I remember when I was a kid and I was hearing some of the stuff. I'm like, oh, didn't you say? He's like, yeah, he put it out there. Now the women know. I fell out laughing. Yeah. Like, bro, why you? But I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has daughters, so it's like, he wants the best for his daughters, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, that makes sense.
You know what I mean? Like, he's putting a guide out there for young women who don't see their value, don't see their virtue. You know what I mean?
Was that the real reason he put that book out, though?
Yeah, you'd have to ask him. I believe so.
Why do you think he put it out, Dre?
Man, he's trying to get a bag. And it worked.
He's always
he's trying to get. Of course, you don't write a book.
Hold on, he has acres among acres of land. He's been doing films for years. He's been doing stand up for years. So he could get a bag from anything.
And he also might have been part of an agenda as well. That's the other reason.
Everybody has an agenda, no matter what. Like I said, his agenda could have been purely.
Dre's too cynical to believe he just put that.
No, that's what I'm saying. He is, and I get that. And I respect that.
Nothing's a coincidence. Lucrative tip of the day. Nothing's a coincidence. So it's
some things.
Nothing's a coincidence.
Some things.
Nothing.
Some things are fate.
No. Oh, that's not a coincidence. Though. That's a plan.
Hey, no, look. Okay, coincidence, right? Let's say you broke up with your girl today. I broke up with my girl today. Hey, it's a coincidence. We didn't plan to do that. Something happened, and we were just like, "All right, no, it's over."
It was supposed to be done.
Your girl, exactly. It was supposed to be done. It just happened.
Not a coincidence.
It's a coincidence. It happened.
Not a coincidence. It's supposed to be done.
If we both broke up with our respective partners on the same day without telling each other, you had your reason for doing it, I had my reason for doing it, and we called Zoe up, and Zoe's like, "Hey, yo, you broke up? He just broke up with his girl today too. Like 10 minutes ago, he called me." Word?
Okay, now that's a coincidence.
That's a coincidence. Look. Coincidences happen.
In business, think of a coincidence in business.
You both slept with the same chick.
No, in business.
That's pleasure.
Nah, I said what I said. I said what I said. You slept with the same person. Let's say, we'll go back to the family that prays, right? But let's say she's single this time.
Who?
So let's say she's single.
Okay.
That makes it 10 times worse now, right? Or does it?
Not really.
Right.
Same shit.
Exactly. Same still shit. Dirty, still wrong, still foul.
Different role.
She's messing with the top guy, but she got feelings for this guy.
Not risky business. Let's talk about keep it straight. Keep it straight, like numbers and buildings.
All right, keep it straight, numbers
Right.
and building. All right. We're gonna have to do long division on this one. All right. All right. Commission wise, I worked in commission. Right. Let's say I get 7% of commission.
Let's use a recent example then. All right. Microsoft
I got mine
buying
in my pocket.
Activision.
Okay.
Microsoft buying Activision.
Yeah, that kind of threw me off. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Activision had to bounce back.
I didn't look at who did Sony just purchase. Was it Bungie or somebody else or something like that?
Clue.
Let's just say for example, Sony purchased Bungie the same day. It just happened the same day. That wasn't a coincidence. They need to make a move.
No, it was coincidental that
Okay, actually, let's put it in reality then. Sony actually did purchase a new company recently after Microsoft purchased Activision. You know why? Because they need to make a move to help business grow.
The chicken sandwich is the perfect example.
You mean like Popeyes and Burger King? And
all of a sudden Burger King. You think they planned years ago that they were going to have a chicken sandwich?
No, that's like Taco Bell planning.
It's highly possible. I ain't gonna keep it. It's highly possible because you know why? I don't think people. Well, that's just fact. People don't understand.
Dre,
business.
are you saying that there's a coincidence here?
People don't understand business that well. I'm gonna tell you why. Because a lot of things that happen in business world are planned. Now, some things people just like, oh, I'm gonna throw a shot in the dark and then it blows up or it fails. Yeah, that happens.
I think it's copycat. I think it's a copycat.
Everything is copycat. You need
Okay, I'll take it as far as this. You write a song.
Oh, man.
You write a beat. A beautiful beat, right?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen you in years. I don't follow you. I don't do any of this, right? I put out a song, right? I got lyrics, or I call you up and I say, yo, bro, I have these lyrics or whatever. I have it tuned in my head. And let me sing it to you. You know what I mean? And then let's say I'm a musician. I play pianos. I write scores and whatnot. So I send you the scores to what I have. You send me a picture of your original stuff that you wrote 2 years ago, and I show you something that I literally just did in the past couple days. Like I said, I haven't seen you in years either, or follow you to know what you're doing. You have your stuff in your own private line, and our stuff lines up very similar. That's a coincidence because great minds think alike. They have some kind of taste there. You get what I mean? There's always something that's a coincidence.
Now, who's going to get the legal paperwork on that?
At that point, does that
now that won't be a coincidence?
No, that won't be coincidence.
Whoever has
you know what I mean?
At
that point.